let's try this with this Matt Waldron. The Chronicles of Matt Waldron. I don't know how this is going to go, so everybody stick with me. But I got some music for it, and I call it the Chronicle music. Just imagine Matt Waldron pitching to this all season long. Now, Matt Waldron has been interesting. Fans have loved him. Fans have also been frustrated with him. He entered last night's game with a 2-5 record and a 4.86 ERA in 10 starts. Of the 26 runs that he had allowed coming into last night, 22 of them were given up in the first 2 innings. That was 12 in the first and 10 in the second. So that's something you need to pay attention to when Matt Waldron is pitching. How's he doing giving up runs in the early innings? Because if he doesn't give up runs, then he's doing good stuff. But he earned his spot as the 5th guy in spring training. He was pitching knowing he would be the first guy out of the rotation if he couldn't hang. And he started his year giving up 4 runs against the Cardinals. Then he gave up 1 run over his next 2 starts. And then things get a little squirrely. He had 1 bad one against the Blue Jays, gave up 5 runs. And we were all wondering if this was going to be how it happened every 5th game. And then he came right back. They were in Colorado against the Rockies. He got his first win of the year. We were all pumped. He rebounded and got the win. Then he goes back and he gives up 4 runs against the Reds at Petco and receives his 3rd loss of the year. And I think most of us were mostly mad at the offense for getting shut down by Nick Lodolo that night. So not going to put too much pressure on him. And then Matt Waldron's very next start against the Diamondbacks, I think this is where it was teetering to maybe start talking about a new 5th pitcher, because he gave up 7 runs, a season high, and he lasted a season low 3 innings against the Diamondbacks in Arizona. I think the anxiety at this point was that the Padres needed wins, and they needed every guy in the rotation to deliver, because we've talked about that. When the guy in the rotation delivers, they win. When they have poor pitching from the starter, they lose. So after that Arizona outing, I know that we were talking about it here. Will he stay the 5th starter? Will he stay in this rotation? But the Chronicles of Matt Waldron are not done yet, because with the pressure of probably losing his spot in the rotation with a few more bad outings, he took the loss against the Dodgers, but he only gave up 2 runs and he kept the Padres in the game. So we're happy about that. Then Matt Waldron continued to build because he found confidence, and in Atlanta against a pretty good Braves lineup, he struck out 10, only giving up 1 run, and got his 2nd win of the season. So we're feeling better about that. Then Waldron then struck out 7 against the Reds in an eventual 10-inning win. Then last night he gave up no runs and struck out 8. He has struck out 25 batters in his last 3 games. And that is 2nd best in baseball over the last 15 days. And he also has a 1.53 ERA and a 1.19 whip. Now, has Matt Waldron been on the brink of being removed from the rotation? Probably not the brink. He was close, but when Joe Musgrove got injured earlier in the year, it brought Waldron some more time, and he is doing great things with it. When his knuckleball is on, he's pretty hard to hit, as we've seen. He's been throwing more and more knuckleballs as it goes along. And so I was listening to Tony and Don Orsillo last night on the TV, and they were saying, Matt Waldron, if, coming into the season, he didn't want to be known necessarily as a knuckleball pitcher. But now that his knuckleball is working for him, he is throwing it a lot more, and it's more successful. This year, his knuckleball, let's see here, he has thrown 364 knuckleballs this year. So out of all the pitches he's thrown 37% knuckleball, 23% fastball. So that tells you right there that he's going to lean on that knuckleball, and he's going to lean on that knuckleball a lot. And if it's good, Matt Waldron is going to be good. I'm looking at some of the chats because I didn't want to look because I didn't know how it was going. But Dominic says, so basically kind of what you expect from a 5th starter. No, this is what I think this is better than what a 5th starter. A guy who strikes out 25 in the last 3 games. Matt Waldron has made the most of his time at the big league level. And Matt Waldron has made the most with that Joe Musgrove injury. Randy Vasquez was brought up. They were trying to try him out, see if he was good enough for the rotation. Couldn't do it, so it kept Waldron there, and he's doing, a lot of good things with it right now. I'm trying to find how many. I'm trying to find how many knuckleballs he threw last night, but I'm not finding it quick enough. Not finding it quick enough, so I'm going to go away from that. But in the end, the Chronicles of Matt Waldron are that he is going to stay the 5th starter, and he's going to do good things for the Padres every 5th day.